welcome to the fucking Heatwave. Round of applause. Everybody clap it. Oh,
All I can say is thank you. Thank you, Grant
just,
Williams.
getting ready.
We honor this dub by buying Grant Williams jerseys
Yeah.
and burning them.
Yeah. Bro, I bet you all of Boston wants to murder that guy right now. Holy shit.
I appreciate him, actually.
I mean, he got us out of the funk we were in, so, thank you for that.
I've just never. You don't poke the bear.
Not with fucking Jimmy Butler. Are you kidding me?
You got Butler sitting back chilling, just playing ball, and then Grant Williams will start talking shit to him. Beyond me.
Oh,
All right, let's get into it.
let's go. All right, so player of the game, Matt. Who you got?
Bam.
Interesting.
Bio. 22 points, 17 rebounds, 9 assists. All the dirty work. Grabbed all the rebounds. Especially in the after Butler missed the one with a minute left, the little shot. He snagged the rebound and dunked it. That sealed the deal. I think Bam just played big on both ends, and honestly, he deserves his credit because I mean, this whole playoffs, it's been all about Butler, which is right. But I think today we should give Bam his flowers as well as Butler because Butler's always incredible, and he's my favorite player of all time. So
yeah, Butler's run has been iconic. Like, this is one of those destiny runs. Like, it feels like you're just destined to fucking win. I mean,
right. Well, who's your player of the game?
Okay. I'm gonna go Caleb again.
25.
25 points, and there were so many times in the game where we were getting our asses handed to us, and we weren't scoring anything. And then Caleb would hit the timely ass shot. He'd like a three or go up for the layup. Caleb Martin's defense is huge, and let me tell you something. We survived the fucking Scott Foster masterclass, even though he didn't ref the game, because holy shit, Brown or nor Tatum didn't have a fucking field goal in the fourth quarter. They only had free throws.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Butler had 3 free throws all game, and he was bumping and grinding all game. And he just was not getting the calls today.
They didn't even give us a damn free throw attempt until 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We didn't have one the entire fucking second half. So before they start talking about the whole Strus shuffling thing, there was 7 fucking missed calls before that.
Let's talk about the play before the Strus shuffled. How about the Tatum Bam going straight up on a Tatum layup, straight up and down, and they give him the foul call.
He throws a fucking shoulder into him, and then
it's perfect defense.
You had the kick. He kicked his leg out.
Oh yeah, Butler shoots as he's shooting. It literally it releases like that. He releases like that, and they say, "Oh, it's in the motion of it was after the ball was released." No, it was not. It was as the motion.
And then they're trying to say it was because of the kick. He barely fucking touched his leg. How was that a foul?
Anything Butler put his legs to the side so he wouldn't step on Marcus Smart's feet because he closed so under him.
And the Oscar goes to
Marcus Smart. And then Marcus Smart acted like he had a torn ACL after that too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, he was like my knee.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later he's fucking running around again.
He gets up and he's just fine.
Is he a soccer player secretly? Like, Jesus.
He might be.
Christ.
All the Celtics just flop around like fish. Yeah. Grant Williams, he's in the game for 10 minutes. I've seen him on the floor 10 times at least.
And he was pissing me off when he was hanging on the fucking rim, and he was bumping into Bam, and then fell down.
Butler as he walks down.
Well, he saved the day. He saved the day for us. Yeah. So shit.
And then Butler's not gonna let that go. He's going into that game 3. They got to keep Grant Williams on the bench now. He just ruined his series.
It's funny as shit too because
it's a contract year for Grant Williams.
Yeah, have fun in fucking Guangdong Tigers.
Oh yeah, right with Dylan Brooks.
Oh my God, Dylan Brooks. You're gonna have Doc Rivers as the coach. Even Ja might get some action because of the suspension. God only knows what's gonna happen with him. But
Ja don't want to play no more basketball.
No, he'd rather go to the hood and gangbang.
Even though Ja, he didn't do nothing illegal.
No,
just be smart. Just be smart.
Don't be a fucking idiot. Like,
just be smart.
It would be different if this was the first incident though with him. But anyway, all right. So now we
Right
got
on
the
track.
player of the game. Okay, Bam, fucking amazing. Caleb, we got to give him his flowers. Gabe Vincent, I'll tell you what, I was gonna choke him out if he didn't fucking hit that shot.
Gabe Vincent is a clutch player. He's got the clutch gene, but he just makes some retarded plays
Oh
in
my
every
god, for
game
real.
with the fouls. Like if it, he made this game a lot more stressful than it had to be on the
Mm-hmm.
3-point foul. I don't think he fouled him. He still went under him enough for him to call it a foul.
Yeah.
And in the Knicks series, Game 6, let's not forget when he swiped Brunson and almost gave him
Yeah,
a
and hit him
concussion.
in the head.
Yeah, that game got real interesting real quick too. So just the end of the games, he
Oh
makes
my
up
god.
for it though. I'll give him
Especially,
that.
it's like because Gabe has to be smart in this because they have to know that the fucking refs are going to try and give them the game because they don't want us to go down back to Miami when Boston's
For the
down
2-0 lead. Yeah,
2-0.
honestly.
So, and that was like there were so many points in this game where I'm just like we're gonna have to fight an uphill battle, and I didn't think the momentum was going our way until the Grant Williams fucking thing.
You
Like
felt that swing.
I felt
You
like as soon
felt
as
that
Jimmy was,
shit.
because he was like bricking shit, and I'm like, oh no,
Yeah, he was tired
he was
because he
tired.
he was doing everything on the court. The 8 rebounds, the 6 assists, the 3 steals, the 2 blocks.
Yeah, and
I mean,
I was worried about Bam in the third quarter. I'm like, where the like put a APB out on for fucking Bam because he was missing, but then he came back and had that strong like when he yammed that putback.
this was
Oh,
Bam's best game of the playoffs,
for real. Because it
and grown man strength.
yes,
And sometimes he just is so lackadaisical out there with like in the offensive end, not defensively,
yes,
but on offense he just has a tendency to fade away a lot.
mm-hmm.
Today I didn't see that. I saw the aggressive Bam, like take
Aggressive
it,
Bam.
shove it down your throat.
Yeah, Bam like realized that he's not 5'11". That's what I always tell you. I'm like, Bam sometimes plays like he's 5'11" point guard. Like fucking attack the rim. Don't
Does
forget
and
you're
he has a nice,
6'9".
he has a nice touch, but yeah, attack the rim. You're a physical specimen. You're a freak of nature.
I
You're an
mean,
athlete.
yeah, go ahead.
You can dunk on anybody, and he's been catching bodies all playoffs.
For real. I mean, Robert Williams. I mean, and let me tell you something. Al Horford. Okay, so let's move on to the next segment. I guess play the game's over. We got who lost the game for the Celtics. I'm gonna go ahead and say Al Horford with a combination of the rest of the
After Grant,
fucking.
of course,
Oh yeah,
because
but
Grant Williams cost him the game.
that's true. But Al
But
Horford, Jesus Christ, that guy is unplayable lately. Like I think at one point during the game, fucking, what the hell is his name? Reggie Miller said that Al Horford was 7 for 41 in like his last few games in the playoffs, and I'm like, from three. How the hell do they still play him? And then whenever it was Al Horford and Robert Williams on the floor, I was not worried in the paint because all Robert Williams does is he fucking stands there, and doesn't do anything on offense really.
He's shooting 100% from the field in this series because all he does is catch lobs.
Yeah, for real, and gets these ticky tack ass calls. Like he's there.
Another one, the floater with Bam. Are you about to talk about when literally Bam's straight up again, and then Robert Williams just puts his shoulder in and goes up for the floater, and they call it a foul on Bam?
For real, I mean, there's so many of those moments in this game where it's just like, why are they fucking getting and ones? We're not getting the same calls on the other end.
It was very annoying.
Do you have the?
So yours is Al Horford,
Yeah, mine would Al Horford. Who are you gonna say?
Jaylen Brown, 7 for 23.
Holy
I
shit.
mean, I love Jaylen Brown. Honestly, I think he'd look good in the Heat uniform, but I love him a little less after tonight. I tell you that because oh my.
Oh my god.
First of all, how much he's what 6 years in now? He still can't dribble.
It's weird. So because sometimes like he looks like he's got a bag where he's like, doing some moves, and then
But it's like tunnel vision bag.
yeah.
Like he doesn't know what's going on around him all the time. I think he needs another summer workout with Butler. I had no idea that ever happened.
Yeah, I didn't either. I'm like, I didn't know they were friends. Fuck. I bet you he's
Yeah.
getting a text tonight.
Exactly. But Jaylen Brown today he's the reason they lost. And he's usually the one that hits the big shots against us. Like last year,
Yeah.
he was better than Tatum.
I'm telling
But
you
this
what
year,
though, this team is night and day. And because last year it felt like every time the game, like they would go on their run and we would just let it go. Like
yeah, let go of the rope.
yeah, we would let go.
This year, I think everyone's buying into Heat culture. Jimmy Butler this year is buying into Heat culture more than I've ever seen him buy into Heat culture. You hear him talking about it, the way he praises Coach Spo, Coach Pat, our GM, Andy. Fuck, he's everybody and his teammates. It's just he seems really bought in this year, and it's awesome to see.
Oh yeah, and I think
Same with Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry mentioned Heat culture for the first time ever. I think this week,
for real,
yesterday. I mean, it's just I feel like it's all year. I'm being honest.
it does feel like it. And I think why Jimmy bought in was because like he got so fucking close like twice, and he's like,
Fuck.
"There's only one way to go. Like we gotta put in more work. If we're gonna win the championship, we gotta put in more work."
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh yeah, but
So let's talk about what didn't go well for us today. Which, let's see. I'll say Kevin Love did not go well. He was unplayable. They were just running, spamming pick and rolls with him. So they were. Bam was on Tatum, and then they just spam a pick and roll with Love, and he just, as soon as the pick came, he attacked Kevin Love, and Love was not fast enough on his feet
oh yeah,
to stick with. And I was when Caleb Martin came in, I had the biggest sigh of relief in the third. The one last episode saying play Kevin Love more, but this is why I'm not an NBA coach, because
yeah, for real.
obviously Caleb Martin just minutes.
Yeah, I am not Eric Spoelstra, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Love really got exposed to the defensive end today for the first time all playoffs. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. And I think a big thing too, like this game showed me a lot about just any given night it could be anybody. Because Duncan Robinson, again, he was MIA last game. And then this game he's fucking cutters and he's like pulling up from the parking lot.
3 layup cuts.
I know, right? Like with the Bam with the ball. And I'm like, I didn't even know Duncan fucking do that like that. I didn't know he had like layup ability where I thought he was just a shooter. Because that's all he does. But
I mean, $18 million. You better expand your game a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like Bam and Robinson have always had just such a good connection, and that's why it's good to see Robinson out there getting some minutes when he's making his shots, and he's doing a little more. And his defense this series has been solid as well.
Yeah,
he has not been exposed like he usually does. Like last year, he was getting exposed. He wasn't playable. This year, I feel like his defense has been real solid.
Oh yeah, I definitely, because Robinson is an enigma too. Sometimes he just gets lazy on defense, and that's when he starts like fouling, and that's when he starts playing like shit. But this time he's like alert about what's going on around him, and that's like, and even Strus too, because I know sometimes he's struggling on defense, but he's like poking the ball out from like, I don't know if was it Tatum or.
Yeah, they match up. They've been matchup hunting Strus these past 2 games, and Strus has been holding his own, and Tatum has not really been able to get much on him. Honestly, I'd like to look up the numbers on his field goal percentage when Strus is on him, because it can't be good. It's not working.
Pleasantly surprised, and his fucking bank account is just
skyrising. Him and Austin Reeves in this playoffs.
Oh yeah,
and Grant Williams is going down.
I'd be surprised if he's on an NBA roster next season, unless it's like for a minimum.
I thought he'd be a pretty good Heat player. Not no more. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on, wait.
Bring out the brooms.
Just getting some preparations in order. Oh man, I'm so hyped. I can't even sit down.
There's also something I want to mention. So in the first quarter, the beginning of the second quarter, the Heat had Butler out. Boston went on a 15-4 run.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Tatum went out, the Heat went on a 14-2 run. So I think for next game, the factor is we got to find a way to win those minutes. And in the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter, we did a lot better job of that, and I think that's what won us the game.
Yeah.
But with Tatum out, we've got to keep taking advantage of those little runs too.
I think Caleb was the only one who could stop the bleeding. Because I will say, Kyle Lowry played like shit today, like from the field. He was doing stupid shit, and I think the main reason why we struggled on a lot of those runs is that we had guys passing up open looks. Shoot the fucking ball. Shoot it. When it's open, shoot the ball.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree. It's like sometimes we cannot second guess ourselves. We're here for a reason. Like, let it fly.
And it's like they're always like, "Oh, we're looking for a better shot." There's a fucking wide open layup. There's a wide open three. There's a like. Why are you? I mean, there's fucking 7 seconds left on the shot clock. If you're gonna swing it out 3 more times, like we would get. Oh man, that shit drives me nuts because it happened with Kyle a couple times, and then like Strus had a few open looks that I feel like he passed up, and those guys need to get their shots up so we can fucking win the game because when Butler's out, we need somebody to score, and it's like a delegate. It's like by committee when Butler's not in the game. So we need somebody to like.
Well, and when Butler's out the game, we need to run the offense through Bam.
Yeah.
Do the dribble handoffs, the DHOs. They work. They've been working. Him and Robinson have a connection, and then that just opens up your offense for so much more. Back cuts. You've seen it with Caleb Martin a few times. They're so worried about Duncan Robinson behind him. Bam fakes it and just hits him on the back door.
That was such a pretty pass too. Oh man,
Bam's pass series. Oh,
it's been magnificent, man.
Bam has been. I must say, Bam has been very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, and what I like too is that even though he was missing some shots, he was still shooting the fucking ball, which pissed me off with Bam. Sometimes is that he'll shrink, like he forget. He's like,
Yeah, just because you miss a shot, don't let it get to you.
Shoot the ball.
Everybody misses shots out there.
No shit. Nobody's ever been 100% from the field, so just shoot the fucking ball.
Yeah, just shoot it. Let it fly.
Which is, one thing about Gabe Vincent. He will shoot the ball. There is no question about it.
Oh yeah, Vincent, and sometimes too much.
Yeah,
like one play when he literally got caught up with Al Horford on him, pump fake, had nothing, tried to step through, layup, air ball, and that was when they were on a run too. I'm like, dude, you're doing too much. Calm down. But he made up for it at the end.
Yeah, and I think I'm just like. It's the difference between the last year and this year is all mental to me. I mean, because it's just a mentality. Last year they would have their runs and we would fold, and then this year it's like they're like fucking a dummy. You punch them down and they fucking go right back up.
They're hitting us with good shots. It's just we respond.
Yeah, it's like there is no quit in this team, no matter what. Like they will not go down without a fight.
And this got to be mentally draining for Boston. Like they're hitting us with their best shots, and we're just taking it and giving them counters.
I mean, I know I had the broom out for a joke, but I thought that my thought going into this game, if we win this game, we are fucking sweeping them because mentally they had to come out today and win this game because we are undefeated on our home floor. And it don't look like the fucking tide is going to turn anytime soon. Like, you can't count on going on the road and winning games. And plus, their wins on the road are in Philadelphia, okay, the choking-ass team you've ever seen, and Atlanta. Again, it's not like they've done anything in the last fucking century. So, you're not going to roll in the Kaseya Center, whatever the fuck you call it now, or the AAA, the FTX.
It'll always be American Airlines Arena.
It's always the AAA. I mean, I don't give a shit what anybody says, but oh man. So what adjustments are you making for Game 3 if you are Eric Spoelstra? Obviously, he's not going to listen to us because of our adjustments last game would have probably lost us this game. So, but anyway, fuck it.
Honestly, for us, I would say keep running the zone in spots, but don't fall in love with the zone. In the fourth quarter, I feel like there was times where we should have got away from the zone, but we stayed in it a little too long, and Tatum was starting to slice it. He was running pick and rolls and just getting open layups, getting open shots, and I think it's cool every once in a while because Boston seems to get real flustered sometimes by it, but I think we got to be a little more tight and go back to man a little quicker.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When they go on a little run on it. And for Boston, I think they're going to go with their small lineup to start. I think he pulled Robert Williams out with 5 minutes left in the first half. In the first quarter, and went with Derek White, and he started Derek White in the second half. So I think we could pretty much pencil in that they're going to run small, which means I think we need to start Caleb Martin instead of Kevin Love if they go small.
We might have to do that, but the problem with that is going to be we might have to get Love's minutes out the way early, and then just bring in Martin
No,
off
no,
the
no.
bench.
Listen to this. Let Love play backup center because Cody Zeller has been god awful.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. Shit, because
So let
Cody's
Love
all
for Bam in the minutes. Like Love's going to play like 15 minutes a game this series, I think.
because
So
we just
just
can't
make
afford to have him out there because like we don't have any. He just doesn't match up well against.
not when they go small because he's too slow. And it's
I
not
mean,
his fault. If they start a regular big lineup, he's fine. But if they're running Tatum at the 4, and Love can't hang with Tatum.
here's the thing with Missoula though. I guarantee you, he either starts Robert Williams or he starts Grant Williams. There's no way. I don't think he's gonna go with the small.
No, because that's what he fell in love with all year. The players made him go big in the last round.
Mm.
So I think he's going to go back to what he knows. And I want them to go small, honestly.
Because we can match up with them. I'll live with fucking Caleb Martin playing the 4 because if
I want to start Caleb Martin at this point, the way he's been playing.
for real. The only thing is though is that I like him off the bench because when we don't have Butler out there, we need somebody that can score the basketball at will, and he's been able to score on them at will this series.
Well, I think Sfo's just got to, fix the rotation a little bit, make sure that when Butler's out, Martin's still in. And you know what? Martin's young. He could play 40 minutes. Butler's playing 44 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, and he's
actually,
33.
Butler got rest today, actually. I think he
Yeah.
only played, what did he play? He ended up playing, hold on, 41 minutes today. So got a little extra break.
Yeah, he got like 3 minutes of rest. But I think what I did notice today too about Kyle Lowry is that he's a rhythm player because, especially at least now in his career, because like if he's not getting a couple shots early that go in, I mean you saw what when he tried to start shooting in the second quarter in the second half, like he was bricking the shit out of it. So if he gets shots early, then he will be good for the rest of the game. But like if he's not shooting early, then he's not in a rhythm.
I think there's just some days where he's just not going to have it at this stage in his career, and that's okay. We just need him to have it more than he doesn't. But yeah, this was definitely not a good Kyle Lowry game, and we still won. So,
Oh yeah.
and another thing I want to talk about is how good Caleb Martin is at attacking closeouts. Like he's become elite at that.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many times they close out, and he just hits him with a cross, and he's in the paint. And his finishing is becoming
For real.
up there with Butler.
I mean, the only thing I wish he would dunk it sometimes. It's like, damn, she yam that shit down. Because I know he can dunk. Because, like,
He does it. Yeah, he's got a few posters.
for real, who the hell did he posterize last series? I don't remember. It was like somebody big.
Robinson, Mitchell Robinson.
That's right. Yeah, he did poster the shit at him. All right, man. So, what do you think about the Denver Lakers series? They're down 0-2. LA is. So it looks like the NBA is not getting their fucking rematch of LA versus Boston.
I think
at least
the
right
NBA
now.
is NBA is having a conniption fit right now. They don't want Denver, Miami. So, but I think the Lakers had a comeback again in their hands, and LeBron just kind of folded the game away. He got a steal and then airballed a layup. He missed a few threes. I mean, Anthony Davis missed 2 wide open threes that could have tied it. So, I mean, the Lakers are right there. I mean, they got to protect home court. I don't think that series is over yet by any means. I just think that Denver looks real good, and for the Lakers to win, they're going to have to beat him up in the paint. Attack Jokic. Just find a way to get him in foul trouble because he right now is playing at a different level. Him and Butler, they're 1 and 2.
That's going to be a good matchup. Like, if we do make it to the finals,
Yeah, that'll be a great matchup.
that
I mean,
shit-
I think if we do end up versing Denver, I think Butler can average like 35. They got nobody to guard the paint. It's different than Boston, that's for sure.
yeah, because Boston, they got Horford, Williams, other Williams, and then
Yeah, Jokic, he
mhm.
can't jump over a curb. You got you got Aaron Gordon, who is just like Grant Williams. built the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's strong. Butler's way too quick for him. And who's their backup center? DeAndre Jordan?
Oh my God, that's disrespectful, but it's funny.
It's true.
How the fuck is he still in the league? They had Boogie Cousins on the bench last time, but I don't know what the hell they did with him.
Well, they're trying to have a contest for who could jump the least high, Cousins or Jokic.
I mean, I guess Cousins lost because he's off the team, bro.
Pretty sure he lost. Yeah.
That's a summer topic for when, hopefully, after we win the finals, if we keep going with this. You know, what the hell are we going to talk about? We'll talk about why DeMarcus Cousins has been blackballed out of the NBA. Like him, Dwight Howard, both.
Well, Dwight Howard thinks he's still a star. That's why. Have you seen the reports that the Lakers have, like, he wanted a bigger role in LA after they won the championship?
Dwight Howard sucked ass in the finals, and he was lucky that the Lakers won. You know.
Don't get me started. And Gordon healthy. Butler would be going for number 2 right now.
Bro, exactly. And that's what pissed me off about the NBA analysts. They forget that they try and conflate the Lakers with the Heat because we were both in the bubble finals.
Yeah, we've been there. We ever since after the bubble, we were in the conference finals last year. The Lakers weren't in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, 31-51, and they were still talking about them until they finally got eliminated from the play-in. And they had 29 fucking wins. And I'm like, why are you still talking about this basketball team? They have 50 losses. And it was just ridiculous.
Exactly. Well, all right. I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah. I my adjustments for the next game.
Oh yeah, We'll go. We never talked about your bullshit.
No, we're gonna do it right now. I said the best.
Happy.
Oh man. So for next game, I think first of all, come out fucking shooting again. Like don't because we're up 2-0 and we're going home. No, punch them in the face. I want to see them bleed. I want to go into game 4 up fucking 3-0 so I can keep the broom out because I don't want to. Hopefully this wasn't a jinx because I look like the biggest asshole of all time if I jinx this shit. But I don't know. I feel good.
Face if you jinxed it.
Oh my god, I'll die if I fucking jinxed the sweep. But Jimmy, he ain't gonna let that shit happen. Do you see when he was walking out of the tunnel? He's like, there's no way we are losing.
Did you hear what he said? He said there's no way that was their answer.
Is that really what he said?
Yeah, he could talking about Grant Williams.
Well,
like and you know what? I'm gonna leave my final remarks with saying, thank you, Grant Williams. You won us this game.
I mean,
player to game,
God, we forgot again. Tatum and Brown again, 0 field goals. Like Jaylen Brown was so unimpactful in this game, I forgot he was on the fucking court sometimes. And wait, we forgot about that final sequence. They're fucking last hurrah to win the game. You have 2 fumbles on Jason Tatum, right? He kicks the fucking ball on one of them, which I don't know how that wasn't a violation. And then he gets the ball back and gets that bullshit foul call, and then they're getting pissed off because of the Strus shuffle they're going to be calling it, I'm sure. They're going to be like...
Yeah, I already hear it.
Oh, yeah. Do you think that this cost the Celtics the game?
No, I think their second straight fourth quarter collapse caused the Celtics the game.
Yeah, how many fucking turnovers? And there should have been another one because, we just didn't get the ball, when it went back. I think Jaylen Brown caught it. And then they had, 11 seconds left and a timeout, and they were down by 2 possessions, and they just gave up. They said, fuck it.
I seen that. Missoula took that timeout home with him. He must think they added on next game.
Yeah, now he gets 8 timeouts,
Yeah. Great coach.
With Missoula, bro, this motherfucker's out of his league. And I noticed it, too, because you see Eric in the crunch time. He's fucking screaming. He's telling the guys to do this. And you see Joe Mazzulla's face, and he's just sitting there like this.
He is 34 years old. Al Horford is 3 years older than him.
Bro, and look, I hate to do this to a fellow Mountaineer because he's a West Virginia guy, and there's not a lot of West Virginia success in the NBA. Aside from Jerry West, our best player in the NBA right now is Javon Carter. So, like, I hate to do this to Joe Mazzulla, but like, Jesus Christ, this dude like gets. I
He's
don't know
not ready
what.
to be an NBA coach.
No.
I think he's gonna get fired. Poor guy. He was probably fine being an assistant, living
Yeah.
life, and now he's gonna end up losing his job.
Yeah,
Watch.
because fucking Ime Udoka can't keep it in his pants and it was screwing
I'm
the.
glad he couldn't.
Yeah, thank God for us because it ended up. You know what? Round of applause for Ime Udoka. He gave us Joe Mazzulla so we can win the fucking championship. Thank you, appreciate it.
Edge we needed.
We really needed it. He must have. Oh man, and I hate that schmuck Brad Stevens, that motherfucker, because he stole Gordon Hayward from us back in the day. So fuck him. Round of applause for him because we got Jimmy
I want to
instead.
thank them for taking Gordon Hayward.
We got Jimmy instead.
Yeah.
We don't need that fucking.
Wait, hold on. I want to check one more thing. I want to see, did we win it? Did we win the quarter battle or did they win it? Because I want to see if Joe Mazzulla brings that up.
Oh my god! And here's another thing too with that. Before we even look at the stat, because they won one of the quarters by like 2, and then one of them was like by 5. Big fucking deal. You won the quarter. You still lost the game. That's not how basketball works. You don't
tell your YMCA team, your kids' youth group leagues. Tell them that. Oh, look, guys, we won 3 out of the 4 quarters. Hold your heads up high.
Yeah, that's some shit
They
that you
lost
say.
the third by 21.
You can't lose. You can't allow 46 points in a quarter and win an NBA basketball game, no matter what fucking quarter it is.
I agree.
Let me look at the stat line real quick. Let me bring it up. I got it right here. Let's see. Well, we lost the first quarter. We won the second quarter. We lost the third quarter, and we won the fourth quarter. So guess what? We split the quarter, so we should have tied. We should have had the NBA's first tie ever. But you know, big Miami.
It should be 1-0-1 Boston.
The first ever tie in NBA playoff history because they won 2 of the quarters. Let's crown them as champions.
I think that deserves a round of applause.
Round of applause.
Good job, Boston.
Good job, you guys tied us.
Yep.
And let me see at their box score. They had one guy above 15 points. Or actually, no, 2. Excuse me. Jaylen Brown had 16.
On 23 shots.
Yeah. Jason Tatum, 34. 11 of that was from free throws. And he shot 3 of 10 from downtown. Thank you for that. Jaylen Brown, 1 for 7 from downtown, so thank you for that. Malcolm Brogdon, 1 for 5 from downtown. Thank you for that. Grant Williams, thank you again. Appreciate it. And Derek White, he actually had a quiet 11. Shit. I didn't even realize that.
He played all right for them.
Yeah, but he had like 9 in the first quarter, didn't he?
Yeah, he flops a lot too for my liking.
Yeah, and he went missing. He was a wideout. He was gone.
Yeah, exactly. Whew. Well, I think we've pretty much covered it all today.
Yep, I think we got it all. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. Jay Money, I guess he ducked the podcast again. You got to tell him.
Maybe one day we'll meet him.
Maybe he'll be like the fucking running joke where maybe he'll come on, maybe he won't.
He'll come on the podcast when we're in the parade.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
Because we're going to the parade if we win. I don't care.
Bro, we got to find a way to get to Biscayne.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I thank you guys for joining us. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you Sunday night for hopefully another Heat Dub post-game report.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get the broom. Get the broom. The broom's
Yes,
out.
sir.
I just jinxed this. I fucking know it.